right, we are starting playtests. That is the whole reason this video exists, so I am putting it in the first 10 seconds instead of making you wait 8 minutes for it. If you have been following along, or if this is the first time you are seeing any of this, there is now an actual way to get into the game and play it with us starting August 1st, sometime in the early evening. It is going to be small. It is going to be rough. It is probably going to fall over a few times, but it is real, and it starts now. So let me tell you where the game is, what the playtests actually are, how you get in, and what happens after. Before any of that, I want to set the table, because I think it changes how you watch the rest of this. We are not a studio. There is no publisher, no funding, no office, no team of 40 people. It is me and Dale. We both have full-time careers, and we are paying for this ourselves. And here's the part I really want to do. 8 months ago, we were making modded maps. That is it. Self-taught, messing around, making stuff for games other people build. The ideas were never the hard part. The ideas are the fun part. We have more of those than we know what to do with. It is the execution we are learning, piece by piece, one broken thing at a time. So please, go in with low expectations. Or 0. Honestly, 0 is great. Things are going to look unpolished. Things are going to break. We are going to screw the same thing up 3 times in a row, and then figure it out on the 4th. The whole thing might implode. We do not actually know if this works at the scale we want. That is kind of the point of testing it. The reason we are showing it this early is that we genuinely see this as a collaboration. We are building the game we want to play, and we are pretty sure a lot of you want to play it too. So if you have ideas, tell us. If something feels bad, tell us that too. That is not a customer service line. That is us asking for help. It is almost like a class project, and the group is the entire community. And while we are here, the other promise. This is free to play. We are never going to charge you for access to the game. When we eventually do need money to keep this running, it will be cosmetic only. And it will be the kind of cosmetic that does not break the world or give anybody an advantage. No pay to win, no loot boxes, no buying a better gun. You earn your fights. And I will say, the thing that comes with all of this, because we have nothing to lose, we can try stuff a real studio would never sign off on. We have a pile of ideas that are honestly a little crazy, and we are going to get to them. This is going to end up being a lot more than a milsim. The world and the story are things I really want to bring to life. More on that another time. One other quick note while we are being honest. Everything in this game storyline is completely made up. A lot of how the world is put together exists so that we can bring in weapons, vehicles, and mechanics in a way that is fun. That is the actual reason. It is a sandbox first. We are going for realism in how gear looks and feels. We are not going for the version of realism where somebody tells me that a specific unit would never carry that backpack. If it is fun and it fits the world, it is in. And there is no message here. The story, the factions, the characters, all of that is flavor. It is there to make the place feel alive and to give you something to discover. So please do not read into it. It is a game. Come have fun. Down the road, we are going to add other maps and other parts of the world, and those are going to split along completely different lines with different factions and different reasons to fight. It is called internal conflict for a reason. Okay, progress. What actually exists today. The world is still the thing I am proudest of. About 500 square kilometers, roughly 194 square miles. One continuous map you can walk across. It is a real piece of Tennessee west of Chattanooga, built from public elevation data and real map data at true scale. 25 miles of the Tennessee River, sitting at its real water level. Around 785 miles of roads and rail. Over 5 million plants, and about 2.3 million of those are full canopy trees. Since the last devlog, the roads got completely rebuilt. The old system was fighting us, so we tore it out and did it again the right way. using the engine's own tools. That took way longer than it should have, and it is one of those things nobody will ever notice, which is how you know it was worth doing. The bigger visible jump is the neighborhood. This is what you are looking at right now. 12 lots on a real street. The houses are built out of a modular kit we made ourselves, so we can keep stamping new ones out instead of hand building every single house forever. Fences, yards, mow lines, driveways, curbs, windows that actually read as glass. And 2 things happened this week that made it stop feeling like a movie set. The doors open. Every front door on that block opens on a key press. It sounds like nothing. It is not nothing. That is the difference between a house and a picture of a house. And the cars drive. There are 9 vehicles sitting in driveways on that street, and you can get in all of them and drive away. Real physics, real interiors. You are actually sitting in the cab. That is what I am doing right now while I talk to you. I should say, the first time I got in one of these, the truck was about 2/3 the size it should have been. And I was sitting in it like a full-grown adult in a kid's pedal car, with my hands somewhere out in front of the steering wheel. Small victories. It drove though. It absolutely drove. On the combat side, the scaffold works end to end. Character, movement, weapons, ammo, reloading, hit detection, damage. All of it running on a real dedicated server, not just on my machine. That server build exists now, which means this is a multiplayer game and not a tech demo. We spent this week getting weapons rigged and modular, so the parts move the way they should, and getting sights lined up properly, so aiming feels correct instead of approximately correct. Gear is a 7-slot kit. Helmet, shirt, vest, rig, pants, boots, pack, on top of your rifle. We are building faction uniforms on top of that now. So, the playtest. I want to be really clear about how small this starts, because I do not want anybody expecting a 200-player battle on day 1. We are starting with 4 players. 4, then 8, then 12, then 24, then 48. And we keep climbing as long as the server holds. The goal is to find out how close to 200 we can actually get. And the only way to find that out is to keep adding people until something breaks. The gameplay in these first tests is dead simple. Deathmatch. In the neighborhood. That is it. That is on purpose. We are not testing a game mode. We are testing whether the basics hold up. Can you join a server? Do you spawn? Does hit detection work? Do the ballistics feel right? Does the gun in your hands do what you expect it to do? We are trying to get every weapon in there, so you can shoot all of them and tell us how they feel. This is a field test and a smoke test. Nothing more than that. And I mean it when I say things will go wrong. Somebody is gonna fall through the world. Somebody is gonna shoot a wall and kill a guy 2 houses over. That is not a failure of the test. That is the entire point of the test. Come find that stuff. Screenshot it. Send it to us. Here is what happens after. Based on what works and what falls apart, we go build a stable closed build. And we put a test server up and leave it running around the clock. That server stays private at first, because it is going to go down a lot, and I would rather it go down in front of a small group than a big one. Then we harden everything. Multiplayer, the menus, performance, all the unglamorous stuff that decides whether a game is playable. At some point, when it is durable enough that I am not embarrassed by it, we treat it like a real open beta. And as more content and features land, and the whole thing gets steadier, we start adding servers and giving people the ability to host their own. Which, at that point, is almost an open launch. I am not putting dates on any of that. You will just see it happen. So, how do you actually get in? Sign up on the website, internalconflictgame.com. That is the whole thing. That is the list we pull from. And playtest invites go out by email. If you signed up already, you are on it. You do not need to do anything. The other place to be is the Happy Dale Discord. That is where we post the pop-up tests. The ones that happen because we got something working on a Tuesday night and want 12 people to come break it with us. Those do not always get an email. They get posted there. The bigger the list gets, the faster we can climb that ladder, because every step up needs more people in the same place at the same time. That is the update. We went from a world you could look at to a world you can drive through, open a door in, and shoot at each other in. Next time we talk, real people will have played it, and I will tell you what broke. Thanks for being here this early. Genuinely. Go sign up, come break our game, and I will see you in the next one.